Yeah, the title race in the Premier League is finally eating up because last night we saw Arsenal play a 2 draw against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I mean, let's not forget this fixture should have been played in the weekend of the Carabao Cup final against Manchester City. But then, if you're asking why City are not also playing against Crystal Palace, that's because their opponent, Crystal Palace, they have a game this week. Yeah, again in the conference league game this
Yeah.
week as well. So they postponed their game also. But then Premier League title race, Manchester City are trailing Arsenal by 5 points.
By
This
two
weekend,
points.
5 points. But
5 points.
let's
Immediately.
say surface level is 5 points. 5 points. But this weekend, Manchester City are taking on Newcastle United. Arsenal are taking on Tottenham Hotspur. And let's talk about their next 3 matches. For Arsenal, they have Tottenham Hotspur, they have Chelsea as well, and I think they have one more.
Brighton.
They have Brighton.
Do you want to bury
For
us?
Manchester City, they have Newcastle, they have Nottingham Forest, they have Leeds United. Now, let's talk about Arsenal first. Or Manchester City, which one should we talk about tonight?
Ah, tell me you want to talk now.
I mean, okay, let's talk about Manchester City Newcastle. Let's see. Manchester City Newcastle. City, it feels like after them, they brought the likes of Maguire, they can do no wrong. They've won games. Their latest win was their FA Cup win against Salford City, 2 goals to 0. They defeated Liverpool as well, 2 goals to 1 as well. Now they are taking on Newcastle. Newcastle United, they'll feel like they're on the high, defeating Karabakh in the Champions League knockout stage, 6 goals to 1. Now they play between Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. What do you think is going to happen between City and
Well,
Tottenham and
if
Newcastle?
not for the fact that we just there's a saying that this is football, anything can happen. But aside that, if Man City just prepare just for 2 days against Newcastle, we'll take Man City to win. Not to talk of having a 7 days rest.
Let's not forget this season they play. I think they played Newcastle 3 times. They won all three.
No, no, no. The lost one. The lost one.
Yeah,
They
the
want
last
to.
one they want to.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
the
lost one
last
they
one they
want
want
to.
to.
So, but looking at this particular fixture, Newcastle played a midweek game and they even traveled. So their preparation prior to this Man City match will just be let's say a day preparation or 2 days preparation. And Man City has been preparing all week. So that one is there's no discussion in that game.
So you're saying Man City to actually defeat Newcastle.
Convincingly.
Do you also share any sentiments?
The only problem is this particular match is a very decisive match for Man City. If Man City happens to win, it's going to put a load of pressure on Arsenal. But the problem I have is Manchester City this season, they've been off and on in situations. There are times you expect them to spring up and shift the gear to another gear and start winning, and they disappoint you again. But Newcastle has even been worse because Newcastle, I don't think they've played any match and they didn't concede. Aside the quarterback they played,
Yeah, they considered
they
also as well. Six
they
goals to one.
considered.
Yeah,
Yes,
six goals to one.
they still considered. You always get goals through Newcastle. That's just the problem.
And let's not
If
forget
you
that Bruno Guimaraes is not even available.
Joe Linton is also not available as well.
Jolit is not, so you always get goals through Newcastle. They always concede. So and against the Manchester City that have had like almost a week to rest, and they have so many of their players back and fit. I think Man City will have too much for them.
Now, tonight, when you look at Manchester City, one thing is Haaland has not been scoring goals. It feels like it's all the burden of goal scoring is now on Mamouche and Semenyo. Do you feel these guys can actually deliver? Because right now, it feels like we are now in a title race, 5 points behind Man Arsenal. Do you feel these guys can actually deliver in the fact that Haaland is not scoring?
First, Alan is not injured. Alan is still very much available.
Yeah,
Alan,
but he's not scoring goals.
yes, Alan is still Alan. And if Arsenal can survive 6, 7, 8 months without having even a prolific attacker, not a single prolific attacker, they can survive to be at the top position for 6, 7 months. So what's stopping Manchester City? And let's not forget, City still have a lot of prolific attackers. Doku still not available though. They have Semenyo, they have Haaland, they have Rancheki, they have Omar Mamouche. And the reason why I've said it's one of our editions, that the reason why Haaland has not been really scoring is because team are creating a system around him, trying to cut the supply, try to isolate Haaland. And if you want to do that, it's at the detriment of some other positions too. If you are focusing much on Haaland on the attack, And Alan has people that are playing on the side too. So that's the reason why Semenyo and Mamouche has been delivering, because if you focus on Alan, they will run it between the line and they will get the pass. And because Alan hasn't been scoring, it doesn't mean Man City has not been winning. Man City are still winning. They won Liverpool 2 goals to one. They won Newcastle. They've won their past matches. Though
Yeah,
there's some
against
matches they
Salford,
draw.
but they were
Yes,
under
that
pressure.
was Salford now. That was Salford because they were not even expecting much. So you can't expect the type of mentality they bring it to a Salford match. You can't expect the same mentality to a Newcastle match now.
Now, I'm sure at some point we were complaining about injuries to Manchester City backline, but now it feels like Ruben Diaz is back. Do you and now they have Gui as well. Should we
Stone is
say
also back.
Stones is also back? Should we say he's going to continue using Mark Gui and Ruben Diaz, or if he's going to bring in Kusanov? Let's not forget Kusanov has not been that bad for Manchester City. For Manchester City. So do you feel you use Kusanov and Gui, or you continue to use Ruben Diaz and Mark Gui?
I think it's going to stick with Gui and Diaz because the one major thing I love Manchester City for is they don't shy out of getting quality. If you look at the kind of team they are always having quality and they are always going to get quality, additional quality. So with Gui, one of the reasons why they got Gui obviously was because of the injury crisis, and they felt okay, fine, let's bring in Gui to give us a better alternative and to add to the quality we have. And we can see what Gui has been doing. He hasn't been bad, he has been good. He has been playing well. So I expect him to stick to what he has been using in the past.
Yeah, no, now Manchester City Newcastle. Let's talk about predictions right now. Manchester City Newcastle scoreline.
Manchester City, Newcastle, like I said earlier, one of the major problems I have with Newcastle is they will always concede. They are always everywhere, and sometimes, especially when you think they are playing well, they don't dominate games for 90 minutes. You can see Newcastle blazing hot in the first 45 minutes, and the second 45 minutes they get destroyed, and you wonder what is going on. So I'm going to go for a 4-2
4-2 win for
win
Manchester
for
City.
Manchester City.
Initially, Man City team is a team you can score anytime. But with the signing of Donnarumma, signing of Maguire, you're just like Arsenal. Your problem now is even how to score them
Gordon scored 4 goals against Carabao.
against Carabao. We were talking about Man
That's
City.
bad.
We're talking Carabao. I thought you want to say
Carabao.
scored 4 goals against Man City. 3-0.
For Man City. Finish it for Donnarumma.
Yes.
Okay, that's an interesting one. But then let's go to North London, where all the actions is going to happen.
North London forever. Whatever the weather.
Let's see the first leg. I think it was 4-1 in the first leg. Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Is it hat-trick? Are we expecting another hat-trick from Izzy this time around?
This tracer. Actually, it's going to be a very, I don't know. It's a very unpredictable match because Tottenham have all week. They're resting for all weeks. And let's not forget that some of their players are coming back from injury. Solanke is back and he's scoring goals.
But then they'll be missing a lot of players. They'll be missing like Danso, they'll be missing Bentancur, they'll be missing defenders. Their defenders too as well.
They survive City using this
I
team.
think they will be missing
Romero. Yeah, second.
See, one way or the other, let's think about it. Having a player that will play for you 90 minutes is better than having a captain that may collect record for you anytime. So and using this team, they survived City. They survived other matches. So and let's not forget they have a new coach now. There's always a coach bounce because everybody now has a clean sheet in front of the coach. So I know it's very and Arsenal is very predictable. And this is the first match the coach will be playing. So you can't even say this is the type of approach the coach is coming with. You can only judge him based on his previous team at Juventus
and Marseille as well.
So, but based on what he's going to deploy with this Tottenham team, nobody knows.
Now, are we expecting a new manager bounce from Tottenham Hotspur?
Of course, I'm expecting because when we talk about quality, it's not as if Tottenham doesn't have quality. They have good players. They have Xavi Simon. They still have some players coming back from injury. I think Madison is back.
No, Madison is not back from injury.
It's not back.
Yeah, it's not back.
Like I said in the last one. So they have so many players that has quality. So what they really don't have is just that extra edge in terms of management and like he said earlier, this is a new coach. One of the teams I won't like to play presently is Tottenham because you don't know how they are going to play. You can't particularly say this day. And every player now believes, okay, fine, this is a new coach. I want to impress the coach. I want the coach to see that I can work in a system. So everybody this coming game will put,
It's a clean slate for
it's
the
a
players.
clean slate for the players. If you are not playing so well before, due to maybe the structure, now you have an opportunity
To actually play very
to
well.
actually play very well. So now for Arsenal going to that kind of ground is going to be a very tough one.
Now, so now, what do you think Arteta will be telling his boys going into this match? Let's not forget they drew against Wolverhampton Wanderers, the 20th team in the
We
Premier League.
talked about that one already.
They drew against them 2-2. Now they are going to North London. What do you think he'll be telling the boys?
Firstly, it's a winnable match for Arsenal. You know, I don't know, probably been an Arsenal fan over the years. One way or the other, Arsenal fan by blood knows the match that's going to be difficult for us and the match that we can.
So you're saying this match is not difficult?
It's not as if it's going to be a walkover, but at the same time, Arsenal is going to survive that. They're coming with 3 points in that match. So they just go there, play their game. You know, the pressure is on them and so on, but they just go there, play their game. Even if it's going to be corner, they will score.
Now let's really talk about them lineup for Arsenal. For in goal posts, Ryan in goal posts.
Yes.
In back four, who are we? Saliba and Gabriel as the centre backs.
My Arteta will use Saliba.
Timber, he used Timber as right
Timber,
back, and at left back we use
Nkapi or Kala, yeah.
Who are we? Who should we use? Calafiori.
If we want, it depends on the approach towards the game, but because we are going away, we want to use Nkapi.
Okay. Now let's talk about midfield. Should we be expecting Zubimendi right?
Zubi right now, Arteta now, as always.
Who in the mid? Eze, Saka. Because
Saka got injured.
Yeah, but I think the latest is he got injured, but he was just limping. But I think he's fine now. So we need to use Saka or Eze.
If Saka is available,
So you prefer him over Eze?
No, it's not about my preference. We are talking about possible 11.
Yeah, possible 11.
Yes. So if Saka is available, Saka is going to play.
On this
Even
one,
if Eze is going to play,
yes,
Saka would rather play on the wing. Madueke would rather be benched. But if Saka is not playing, it means Saka is not that really available. Probably just put it on the bench so as not to put a lot of pressure on him.
So on this wing, get Madueke.
Madueke or Saka, actually. So Saka or Eze at the midfield.
So now on the other wing, do you have Trossard or Martinelli?
We should also know, Trossard took off in the second half. He was brought in at the same time. Was still sub out in that game. So we don't know how much he got injured. I think it was at the chest, around the chest to the head level. So we don't know how serious it is. But if Trossard is available, I would definitely prefer Trossard. Martinelli, Vitibao.
For striker,
Gyökeres
or
Gyökeres.
But Gyökeres did not score against Wolverhampton.
Doesn't matter. Gyökeres is still our best striker now. And I think I'm hearing a rumor that it's possible Kayavart will be available for that game. So if Kayavart is available, they play Kayavart for me at the midfield.
But person will just come back from injury.
If Kayavart is dying and on a coding diet, I prefer Kayavart.
If Kayavart is dying, just say Arteta would rather play him.
It's not about every Arsenal fan. I think every Arsenal fan should
Arteta likes Kayavart.
It's not about even Arteta likes. Currently, our best AMF even in the span of 3 or 4 matches that he played, he shows the difference. I think in 3 games he gave 2 assists to Gyökeres.
I know.
Okay. Now let's talk about the prediction scoreline. What Arsenal Tottenham?
Kolofa 2-0.
2-0. So the
0-2.
0-2. So the gap is still 5-point gap.
See, forget the fact they have outstanding. Stop giving us unnecessary hope.
I Arsenal will enjoy playing at Tottenham on Saturday, and the little mistakes, I don't see them eradicating all those mistakes easily. At the point Tottenham will get some few chances, moments, and they will punish Arsenal. I'm seeing it too.
You're seeing a 2-0 draw. Well, you heard it from the guys. 2-0 draw and a 2-0 win for Arsenal. What do you guys think in the comment section? Write your prediction. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.